What's going on, Division Agents? It's LtBuzzLitebeer back with another Division 2 video. And today, we need to focus in on the game-breaking damage glitch that is currently plaguing every facet of the game. But before I dive into this topic further, if you are not yet a sub, please take the time to smash that sub button and don't forget to click on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from my YouTube channel. And with that, let's begin. Now, for those of you who don't know what I am talking about, there is an infinite damage glitch that was apparently fixed in Friday's emergency maintenance. And just a quick FYI, if you are here to see how to perform that damage stacking glitch, I will not show it on my channel. However, one of the main issues with this exploit, other than players using it consistently, are the amount of YouTube videos popping up everywhere showing players exactly how to get it to work. Now, with that being said, the glitch was supposed to have been fixed in Friday's maintenance, and the footage you are currently watching is me using this damage exploit to absolutely rip through Heroic Roosevelt versus the Black Tusk. And this was recorded Saturday evening. So you see where the issue is with this, right? It was supposedly fixed on Friday, and here I am able to get it to work, with minimal effort I might add, on Saturday evening. As I see it, the major issue is that if you encounter another playing using this exploit, it absolutely demolishes any of the challenge that this game offers. I've now used the matchmaker several times for main missions and had one or more of my squad mates be made up of players pushing out millions of damage per shot, and it takes all of the fun out of the run-through. Now, if you watch the footage of my video, you can clearly see that I am running this mission solo, as to not mess with anyone's gaming experience, and I did purposely get downed a few times and wiped before completing, as to not take advantage of the leaderboards, but you can see how much sheer damage I am putting out. Not only is this damage glitch absolutely breaking the game on the PvE side, but it has absolutely demolished PvP and the Dark Zone. Anyone attempting to go into one of the Dark Zones either has to attempt to use the glitch themselves for self-preservation, or risk getting one-tap from anywhere in the zone. Now, here's how I feel about this, and my views may differ from other members of the community, and I can respect that fact. But I personally don't have issues with players who are using this damage glitch and staying to themselves. I mean, if they are looking to add a mountain of DPS and feel like a heroic heavy for once in their lives, then more power to them, as long as they stay isolated, like I did for this footage. It's when they enter into the matchmaker, or God forbid the DZ, that my views change. If you want to feel all-powerful in your own Division global environment, then have at it, but stay in your own world and don't bring that junk into mine. That's all that I ask. Next up is the issue of what can or needs to be done about players using this exploit. And again, my views may differ from yours. Firstly, I feel that all the leaderboards just need to be reset to ground zero once the damage glitch is fixed permanently. There is no use in even having those records if they are so heavily skewed by players at mass using the glitch to speedrun even legendary missions in a matter of minutes. Now, I personally don't aspire to be the tops of any leaderboards. I have never tried to assemble a hardcore group of like-minded players to tackle the hardest content and forever etch my gamertag in the history of the Division. I'm not knocking anyone out there if that's their sort of thing, but it's just not for me. Secondly, a damage gate needs to be installed into the game from now until the end of this game's lifespan, so that if, let's be fair, and or when, there is another damage stacking glitch that appears, it will filter through the players that are using it and exclude them from matchmaking or entering any PvP activities until they have logged off and reset their characters to normal damage settings. I am not calling for these players to be banned or have their IP addresses blocked, but they need to be isolated while they use this glitch, as to not infect any other player's experiences. And finally, and this is where I might ruffle a few more feathers, which is okay, but I feel there is nothing else that should be done to the players who have used the exploits. Reset the leaderboards. Install a damage filter for future monitoring, but you can't just go down the line and start banning players for using a mechanic that is clearly in the game. I know, not the most likable statement out there, but in my view, they are just using something that exists in the game. This isn't completely their fault. It's partly the studio's fault as well. And to be clear, we shouldn't group these players into the same category as a player who is using an external aimbot or RPM hack. In those instances, the player was using an external piece of software to illegally manipulate the game. I mean, we didn't ban players for using the chicken dance and the DZ from the original Division game, did we? Movement was clearly not meant to be used like that, but players discovered that by using those rapid changes of direction, the servers would desync and the bullet registration would be interrupted. Was it annoying as hell? You bet. But those weren't bannable offenses. Ubisoft and Massive can publicly make statements warning players not to use these type of exploits, but in all fairness, the exploit is in the game because they didn't thoroughly test the product before releasing it to the public. Ultimately, does this damage glitch continue to affect the overall enjoyment of this game? That answer is clearly yes. But I feel that the blame is not solely on the shoulders of the players attempting to use it, but more so on the studio that has allowed it to appear, claimed it was fixed, and then has ultimately failed at that attempt to remove it. We can't get back all the time lost and aggravation inflicted for those of us that have run into players using this exploit, but what we can be sure of is that in a game as large and complex as the Division 2, this should serve as a stark reminder that a PTS is clearly needed for future updates. The gamer base and Massive can ill afford to release untested products that at first glance appear to have such an intense shine until the true and broken contents of the product is revealed. As always, I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comment section below, and please keep them civil. If you haven't yet done so, smash that sub button and click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from my YouTube channel. If you like the video, rate it with a thumbs up. If not, with a thumbs down. If you feel like supporting me and my YouTube content, look to the video description for links to my Patreon page and Buzz Boutique Teespring merchandise store. Follow me on Twitter for all my latest posts with a heavy emphasis on the Division franchise, and until my next upload, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.